Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the build of the Vogt Mansion. Exciting day today, interesting day today, and just an overall, it's going to be an interesting day full of lots of interesting, cool things and roadblocks. So, just to give you guys an update, it is Friday today. I am waiting on the delivery of our window and door package. So, that is officially showing up today. So that's kind of cool thing number one. The downside of that is we don't have a house to put them in, which is not a cool thing. But Servus saw our last video, and we had a call this week, a couple calls actually, with the regional manager, who I think looks after all of Calgary and surrounding area. And I'm not holding my breath that anything positive is going to come out of this, but it's nice for them to know that people are listening and that we're sharing this experience with everybody. So we had a call earlier this week explaining the situation to the regional manager. I mean, he totally acknowledged the fact that they screwed up and they were very negligent and they should have said something from the very beginning when we told them we were proceeding with the build. So that's good. But who knows if anything is going to come out of it. So we sent them all of our financial stuff, and we have a call scheduled for this afternoon. And honestly, I have no idea what the call is going to be. I don't have any foreshadowing on how it's going to go. But I suspect that it's probably just going to be them telling us again that they can't help us, or they'll have some sort of ridiculous expectations of you need to sell both houses, be homeless before we'll give you the first draw, which just doesn't work. So still, the other financial institution is working on things, I believe. So we'll see what happens on that front. But waiting on windows and doors. They should be here in about 15 minutes. It's 8:45 right now, and the delivery is scheduled for 9 o'clock. So I'll show you guys that stuff. We're also going to head out to land today, so a little bit later in this video once the windows and doors show up. And we're going to take a look at all the backfill that's happened, which is going to be exciting because everything's going to look very, very different. And it's going to be pretty interesting to see it with it all backfilled. I don't know if the backfill's done. I'm assuming it is because it started on Monday and today is Friday. So he's had lots of days to get it done. So it's going to be kind of cool to go out there and check that stuff out. There it is. All right, guys, well, out here at the land, windows are all successfully stored in the warehouse, and we're now out here at the land. I've got a bunch of wood that the windows were packed with that I'm just going to toss in our burn pile, and the backfill guys are out here working away right now, so we'll get some good footage, and looks like they're making some good progress. The big dirt pile that was in front of our house, which was right there, is now essentially gone. There's a bunch of little piles, but pretty impressive. That's awesome. Okay, so I'm going to unload this wood and then waiting for Katie to get here, and we will take you kind of around the house here and show you what things look like. All right, guys, well, the backfill is happening. It looks really, really good. Looks totally different out here.
Look at our garage.
I know. There's the garage all filled in. The workshop's right there. Super cool. So this is the north side of the house. Coming down the slope. So different. Hey?
Yeah, it looks good. It's easier to walk down here.
Yeah, it's way more easy. I took a walk around already too. So down here's all filled in.
This still needs to be, all of this dirt needs to be moved. You can see. All of this dirt.
All of that dirt needs to still be moved. All of that. Because that's basically where, this is essentially almost our grade, right? We've talked about that already before.
Just walk right in.
Yeah. So different now. Looks good. Super cool. So still a little bit left to do here and there, but makes a big difference when everything's backfill. It's just access is so much easier. Like before, it was such a pain to walk around all these areas, and it was just, I mean, you're fighting the trenches and all that, and it's
Down, around,
so much
down.
easier. So there's the south side of the house with the walk up. Even this looks great. And then we're coming to the front of the house. So that still needs to get done as well, of course, but it's a lot more filled in than it was as well, so looks great. Very nice. Well, guys, it's pretty awesome to see the backfill happening. It makes a big difference. It's one of those big stages in the construction phase that makes a big difference visually with everything, and it's pretty cool to see. Changes access, obviously, and it's pretty exciting. So backfill is almost done. Next thing we have to do is we've got to measure all the top plates or the sills of the top plate of the wall that we put on, the 2x10 of treated wood that's on there. And we just have to get all the dimensions of those top plates so that when we order our framing package, because it's all prefabbed, they know the dimensions they're working with. So obviously we've built it as per plans, but there can be small variations in how everything got put together. And it's a lot easier to deal with those things now than later on site. So that's the next big step for the construction phase, and the next big step for us is to find out what the bank is saying this afternoon. So once that happens, I will update you guys. All right, guys, I told you that we were going to share the result of our phone call today with Servus Credit Union. And so here it is. So basically they came back to us, and surprising, I'm actually very surprised. I think earlier, if I said this, I'll throw in what I thought I would say right now. And I'm not holding my breath that anything positive is going to come out of this, but it's nice for them to know that people are listening. So I think earlier I had said whatever, that I don't suspect they're going to give us any offer, but they came back with an offer, and it's okay. It's, as Katie was just saying, emotionally, it feels nice that they're actually doing something.
I mean, it's good that they actually were, doing something and kind of trying to move forward and work with us and whatnot. But some of the conditions were, not so easy on us, I guess. They're wanting us to sell both of our houses prior to them even giving us a penny. So that kind of makes it difficult when we don't have a house that's, we've got a foundation. I guess we could put some tarps up and go live there. But they want us to unconditionally sell our houses before they'll even give us our first draw. So that, in terms of timing, makes it difficult for anybody, I guess, because we don't know how long it would take us to sell our houses. And then once you get the money, then, we're about 6 or 7 months out for the build process. So, and I don't think anybody's going to want to purchase a house and then have us, live here and wait for 6 or 7 months while we figure out how long it's going to take us, right? So,
yeah, I mean, the general process is, you sell your house and somebody takes possession within a month or 2 months or 3 months,
right,
kind of thing, right?
Within that sort of window of we move to our new place, and the new buyer moves in within like a week or two or month or whatever. And
then one of the suggestions that they brought up was, well, there's lots of people that would sell their house and then move into a rental. That's all fine and dandy, but if you guys have
families,
if you guys have a family, or if you guys have kids or anything like that, animals, that is like beyond a possibility. It's just not even possible, right? Like, for us to move into a rental, they would need to be okay with our farm that we have in our house, which is
why we're trying to move to a farm.
Yeah. so that's not really an option. So we're waiting on our other financial institution to come back with another offer. The other thing that I'm not overly stoked about with Servus, it's a bit of a slap in the face, and I do appreciate, if they watch this, I do appreciate the fact that you guys came back with an offer. That's more than the bank manager and more than our guy that we were dealing with, Bevan and Paul, have ever done at the branch that we were dealing with. So I totally appreciate that. But the interest rate thing, when you're 1% higher than what other people are getting mortgages for, or 0.5% higher, they're definitely padding the offer on their end. More than I think they need to be, but
the interest rate was definitely a whole percent higher than what's being offered right now.
0.75% is reasonable. I just this morning was talking with somebody who is renewing their mortgage, and they're at 0.75% lower than what we are at. So yeah. So anyways, guys, that is the update for the house. We are going to get the stuff in writing. They're sending over an email with all the conditions and everything. We're not going to jump on this right away. Obviously, there's some things in our side that we need to deal with and think about. So obviously we're waiting for the offer from the other financial institution before we kind of weigh our options. So that's where we're at, guys. I think that's probably it for the update, because I don't think we're going to have anything else finance-wise today or tomorrow. So,
unless there's anybody out there that wants to buy rental houses.
Yeah, we have 2 beautiful houses for rent.
With renters in them already.
So anyways, yeah, exactly. We'll rent them for you for a few months. We'll rent them from you. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for joining us on this journey of it's been pretty crazy. So yeah,
my gray hairs are starting to come back in.
Yep, she just dyed her hair like yesterday and they're already popping back in. So thanks, guys, for watching. We will see you on the next update.